Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to this latest episode of Fresh Review Friday. So sit back, relax, grab your cigar, maybe a drink, and enjoy. What's up guys? Welcome to another Fresh Review Friday. As you can see, I'm indoors. I'm in my studio. What is the beginnings of it? I won't go too crazy long into it, but I'm very happy to be in here. Apologies for the echo and all of that good stuff. I still got some work to do, clearly, as you can see. But I'm in my studio, and I'm so happy to be recording my very first Fresh Review in here. And it's a special occasion because I have the privilege of being able to review a cigar that has been in the works for a long time. My good buddy Steve at Frontline Cigars has been developing this cigar for some time, and I am so thrilled that I finally get to take a crack at reviewing of it. No BS, all just purely what I'm getting in the moment, and I'm super excited to be trying it. Of course, I am talking about the Frontline Cigars Defender. So, no more talk, cue that music. What's up guys, you're watching Dad Smoking Cigars, sponsored by Casa Cueva Cigars, from our casa to yours. Thank you for joining me in my developing studio. I am just, I'm finally indoors. I'm not outside in the cold. I mean the California cold, which isn't that cold to most people in the States, but it's cold for us here. We're a little sensitive, as most of you know. So I'm finally getting to do cigar reviews in my little space here. So welcome. Thank you for joining me guys. As I said before, I am going to be reviewing the Frontline Cigars Defender. This is the second cigar that has been put out by Frontline. As I said, my good friend Steve, he owns and runs Frontline Cigars with a couple of good friends of his. And yeah, I'm stoked to be able to review this for you guys. To give you a little bit of the makeup real quick before I get into it, the wrapper is a Mexican San Andres Maduro with a candela, as you can see. Maybe you can see just right here, candela on the foot and on the cap. The binder's Nicaraguan, and the filler is Nicaraguan from Esteli and Jalapa. So I love Nicaraguan tobacco, as I've said many times before, so I know that this cigar is made of some excellent stuff, binder and wrapper. And of course I love me a good Mexican San Andres wrapper, and this one's a Maduro, and I love Maduro. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get cracking with the cigar. So I'm gonna cut, I'm going to light, I am going to just enjoy. So hold tight, this should be fun. Going with the V cut. Went pretty good. Not too deep, not too shallow. And obviously, got to use my Frontline Cigars lighter. So yeah, I thought that was going to be a lot cooler. So we're going to do a little bit of a dry draw test here. As per usual, getting that dried fruit. I can't not inhale filler. I don't know what it is. I just can't not do it. But sweetness, hint of spice. Ooh, we can taste that on the back of the palate there. Awesome. So there we go. Tasting some spice right off those first draws. A little bit of heat right on the tip of the tongue, just lingering there. It's not peppery, but it is, you know, kind of a baking spice, almost like a mix between, this is gonna sound weird, I taste a little bit of cinnamon, but I feel like the heat of like paprika, or even like a slight bit of chili. Not the flavor, but just the heat that I've gotten when I've had like chili powder in something that I've made or in something else that I've eaten. But a little bit of that heat that you might get from something that's like a chili or chili powder or something. But kind of cinnamony, a little bit of nutmeg. Opens up nice on that retrohale. Kind of some woodsy notes, chocolate, little hint of chocolate. Ooh, that spice though is kicking in strong. I'm feeling like tip of the tongue, back of the palate. Whoa, okay. All right. Not off to a bad start. Not off to a bad start at all. Not tasting too much sweetness yet, but nice kick. Good kick. Wow. That was spicier than I expected it to be, especially with the candela. Oh, goodness. Goodness. All right. Well, things are off to a pretty interesting start. So, pretty spicy, but got some nice full flavors in combination with that spice. The sweetness is kind of an aftertaste that I'm noticing right now. So, all right. I think I've said enough for that first bit right there. First impressions, pretty good. So, I'm gonna keep going, see where it takes me, and I will see you guys on the next leg of the journey momentarily. So, don't go anywhere. Okay, guys. I am through the first third of the Frontline Cigars Defender, and I will say the spice was a kick in the face right from the very beginning. It just, bam, hits you, and you can, nothing prepares you for it. Really, nothing prepares you for it. The spice was right there in the beginning. Now it's kind of tapered off just a little bit to where it's kind of lingering in the background of the cigar. And I got a little bit more of that sweetness, kind of those the woody, kind of a little bit of nuttiness, grassy kind of hay notes. I haven't tasted any earth or anything like that, but just kind of like those sweet grassy hay notes, which I think are coming more from the candela than anything else. But it's got a nice smooth finish, and it just has that lingering spice on the back end. I have actually detected a little bit of like a mesquite type of flavor in the cigar, which when I first started smoking it, I wasn't quite expecting that, because like I've had cigars with that kind of flavor profile. There's one in particular which I won't name. I did not care for it at all. It was just not, it wasn't good. This, on the other hand, combined with the spice in the beginning, which kind of blended, like it mellowed out, and it started blending into kind of the kind of sweet grassy hay notes. I'm gonna take a couple puffs and see what else I get. And I talk too much. I have to relight the dang thing. There we go. I like that lighter. It's my Frontline lighter. I didn't want to use any other lighter, but I ran out of butane. Woohoo! A little strong on the retrohale, but as I relit and started puffing, I was getting that mesquite quite strongly. And I like it though. It blends nicely in with the rest of the flavors. I got that heat kind of lingering back. It came back for just a little bit, popped up just a little bit stronger this time. On the back end, a little bit more of that spice in the back of the palate, but definitely getting that kind of mesquite flavor mixed with that subtle sweetness from the candela, kind of grassy hay flavor. I'm not really getting any kind of like chocolatey notes or anything like that anymore, but it's definitely living up to like what a San Andres, Mexican San Andres wrapper, kind of the reputation that they have. And I've smoked cigars with that wrapper. It just kind of has like a very robust little bit of spiciness to it, combined with the Nicaraguan binder and filler, which killer combination. Definitely gives just a very unique blend of flavors put together. This cigar was blended very well. Really good construction. Solid but not too tight. Draws nice and smooth and open. And yeah, pretty well done. A little toothiness in the wrapper. I haven't talked much about like some of those features on a wrapper. Just slight bit of toothiness. I like the cap. It looks like it's been triple wrapped at the cap. I like that. That's really cool. great construction. I love the band. The back it says Frontline Defender, just to kind of give you a little bit more of the aesthetic of the cigar. But yeah, the Mexican San Andres wrapper, kind of that boldness and spiciness combined with the sweetness of the candela and the lovely flavors from the Nicaraguan binder and fillers. It comes together very nicely. Came in with a roaring kick to the face, but then it started to mellow out a little bit and it was smoother, but still had enough of that kick and spice, which I enjoyed. So anyways, that's really all my thoughts in that first third. I like that, the direction the cigar is going. Very excited to see if it goes anywhere else. But so far, very good. I like it and I'm enjoying it. So I'm gonna keep enjoying it until the next segment where I will give you guys more thoughts. So I'm gonna stop talking and yeah, check back with you guys in a sec. Alright guys, quick little segment that I wanted to throw into this video because I'm super excited about it, and I definitely wanted to share this with you guys, and I also wanted to give a huge shout out to my buddy Steve, Blue Collar Sticks, for sending me this package right here. Just arrived in the mail today. I was kind of amazed at how quickly it got here, so I'm pretty psyched. This was something that we've been talking about and he said he wanted to send me, so it's a special little thing here that he put together himself. Now if you don't know anything about Steve William, Blue Collar Sticks on Instagram, this guy loves to make some pretty cool stuff. He makes everything from ashtrays to cigar holders to just these cool little things that he puts together and makes himself, and he does it for fun, and he's just a really great guy. He's always been a big supporter of Dad Smoking Cigars, so I'm gonna open this baby up, and we got ourselves a Blue Collar Sticks sticker, so definitely excited about that. And it says, enjoy the BCS 2-in-1 cigar rest and pick. For me, it was a creation out of necessity. I hate carrying a lot of stuff with me to enjoy a cigar, definitely. But I also don't like resting my cigar in a communal ashtray at lounges, so I created a rest with some personality. I also didn't want to carry a pick with me for the 5% of cigars I choose to smoke down to the finger burning point. Please feel free to email me, etc. So happy to see you continue on your journey. Good luck finishing the studio. A little personal note from them. From what I've seen, looks good. God bless you and the family, including the new bunny. He's talking about our rabbit Stella. Stay rock solid and keep grinding. Thanks, Steve, Blue Collar Sticks. Thank you, Steve. I really appreciate it. Super excited. All right, well. Oh, this guy sent me a little surprise. But before I share the surprise with you, I gotta show you this. My personal Dad Smoking Cigars cigar rest and cigar pick. So that is awesome. Has a magnet in it so it stays in place, so you're not like worrying about this thing coming loose. Has a magnet inside of the holder. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this bad boy right here. Place my cigar like so. Awesome. But the lovely little surprise he sent me, I did not expect, so thank you, Steve. You are truly an awesome, awesome guy. May smoke one of these after I'm done with this one. Ooh, nice. Got ourselves a Grey Cliff, I think this is a Grey Cliff, La Creme, and the Angels Anvil TAA 2018. Ooh, nice. Got ourselves a nice little, looks like a little Lancero or Lonsdale type cigar, and it is a Crux Nymphomaniac. Nice. Steve, you are awesome. Thank you so much for sending me this stuff, especially my cool new cigar rest and pick. I'm super stoked. It has the logo on it and it's awesome. Looks like a cigar band. It's perfect. Thank you, dude. If you have not checked out Blue Collar Sticks on Instagram, please do so, and I will be sure to put the handle right there on the screen below for you guys to check out. So thank you, Steve, and I love the care package. It's awesome, wonderful, and you are the best. So anyways, thanks for joining me for this segment of just opening up a box. So that's probably what I'm going to call it. Anyways. All right, back to it. Okay guys, I am now finishing up the second third of the Frontline Cigars Defender. and it's definitely coming down to like a smoother point, getting a little bit more, I don't want to say mellow, because it's definitely got some of that spice still lingering on the palate. And I like the spice because it's not too strong, not too powerful. It's a little bit strong on the retrohale, which doesn't surprise me at all, being, you know, the Mexican San Andres wrapper, I think, having a lot to do with that. But I think the smoother elements of the cigar coming from the Nicaraguan binder and filler. And it is from a couple of my favorite regions, Esteli and Jalapa. I tend to like the tobacco from Esteli the most, at least in my experience. But it is definitely kind of just smoothing out to almost like a dessert in a way. Some of that subtle sweetness from the Candela is still hanging around, and combining with that spice, it's just kind of a nice little creamy, smooth, just a little bit of kick in there. Like that, again, like that cinnamon, more of a cinnamon than what I was describing at first, like kind of that chili heat, that's gone. But you got that nice little subtle heat from the kind of cinnamon flavors, a little bit toasty. Some of that mesquite flavor kind of pops up a little bit, but just really smooth and rich from where it's at right now. Retrohale is a little bit smoother at that time, opens it up nicely, getting a little bit more of a kind of a bready flavor right there, still with that spice, kind of that subtle sweetness, but I like it. It's definitely still blending together really well. The burn is really nice. It stayed really nice and straight. Hasn't canoed, hasn't tunneled or anything like that. Haven't even had to touch it up really. Just as I, you know, continue to kind of glide the band back just a little bit, just so that way the burn can continue. But it's got a really good burn, and but yeah, excellent so far. Really liking it. I think back to smoking the Blue Line. The Blue Line was a good cigar. I enjoyed the Blue Line from Frontline, but this is kicking Blue Line's butt as far as I'm concerned. That's the honest truth, because I enjoy the Blue Line. It's one of my favorite go-to cigars. Still got a couple in my humidor, and I am liking the Defender even more. So that says a lot about this blend, and because the Blue Line was good and this is kicking its butt, yeah, job well done already so far from what I'm experiencing. So anyways, not going to say any more for this part of the cigar. I'm going to smoke it down as far as I can, try to get it down to the nub, and with my new cigar pick, that should be no problem. So anyways, guys, check back with you guys in a second with my final thoughts after I wrap up the final third. So see you then. All right, guys, here I am back in the final bits of the Frontline Defender. And I forgot to mention that I'm pairing it with some monkey shoulder, which is my go-to right now as far as whiskey goes. And it is pairing very nicely, nice and smooth. Blends pretty well with the flavor notes. This blended Scotch is well, like the cigar, nice blend of flavors that marry well together. But aside from that, just coming right back to the cigar, the spices have kicked in back. Well, they kicked back in again pretty hard. And I like it. I dig it. It's actually really good. And I am just, yeah, this is a bold, kick-ass cigar. The Defender is definitely a good name, and obviously it has to do with, if you know anything about Frontline Cigars, my buddy Steve, veteran police officer for Chicago PD, 14 years, has a big heart for our police officers, military, first responders, all of that. He helps, is part of a charity called Help the Heroes Foundation, and a couple of other charities that go to helping our heroes, our police officers, our veterans, our first responders, the people who are out there risking their lives, putting themselves in harm's way and saving lives. And a portion of all sales from Frontline Cigars go to the Help the Heroes Foundation. So it's definitely worth your time to go check out frontlinecigars.com, and I'm going to leave links in the description below. It's going to give you some information on that charity, among others, and places you can go to donate, but also purchase cigars from Frontline so that way you can help out this incredible charity. It's a great cause, and I really think you guys should definitely buy your next batch of cigars from frontlinecigars.com. Pick up the Defender, the Blue Line, and a whole bunch of other cigars from many different manufacturers. There are new ones in almost all the time, different brands that are getting picked up by Frontline. So yeah, definitely go check out frontlinecigars.com, if nothing else, to help out that incredible charity and other charities as well. Steve is a great guy, he's a buddy of mine, and I'm grateful that I got to try this cigar. And it is just, it's intense, it's bold, it's got strong flavors. And again, it is definitely kicking the Blue Line's ass in just terms of flavor, and the construction's good, the burn's good, haven't had to touch it up much, correct it, or anything like that. I did, full transparency, I did have to relight it, but that's only because I let it sit, and that was my bad. I don't think it has anything to do with the integrity of the cigar other than I just let it sit too long. So anyways, rounding it out with my final thoughts, without getting too, too wordy with it. Great construction, good flavor. Transition from that kick in the face with the spice, the boldness, the bit of sweetness, and then it mellowed out a little bit towards that middle part, the middle third, and started to smooth out with that, and getting more of that sweetness from the candela, the spice lingering on the back of the palate, just very subtle heat. That some of that mesquite flavor that I liked in this one because it blended well with the other flavors, and it is just a good smoke, and I am really enjoying it. And winding down to the final third, the spice kicked back in pretty full. The sweetness is kind of tapered off just a bit, but yeah, I have a feeling that once I kind of once I round this cigar out, once I finish it up, I'm going to take it to the cap, the candela wrapper. I'm going to get as far as I possibly can because it is a great cigar, and no BS whatsoever in that. I'm just giving my honest thoughts on it, and yeah, man, I am enjoying it. I love a good, bold, strong cigar, and this fits that profile very well. So, final thoughts and rating. As I said, good construction, good burn, good flavor. The blend of the different tobaccos in the Mexican San Andres wrapper, with the Nicaraguan binders and fillers. Smooth, spicy, and just strong. So yeah, nice alliteration there, right? Smooth, spicy, and strong. And I love all of those things in a cigar. I like a good spicy stick, not peppery. This is not a peppery stick. It's got good spice, good flavor, and it's staying strong to the very end. So my final rating for this cigar, when I think about the Blue Line and then this cigar, I am going to give this cigar a solid 93 rating because it is very, very good, and I am enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to smoking the other ones again, and who knows how much better it's going to get, because I found that happens with certain cigars. When you smoke them, when their cigar you'll return to again and again, they tend to get better, and I have a feeling this one's going to get even better as time goes on. So those are my thoughts on the Frontline Defender. I strongly encourage you guys to go to frontlinecigars.com, pick this one up, pick up some Blue Lines, pick up the other incredible manufacturers and brands that Frontline Cigars offers. There is just a nice smattering of different types of cigars for everyone's palate. So go check out frontlinecigars.com and yeah, pick these up for sure. Excellent cigar, really enjoyed it. And I'm grateful to have the friendship with Steve that I have, and that I was able to get some of these and enjoy them because I've heard a lot about them, and they're living up to the hype I've been hearing from everyone who's tried them. So thanks again, guys, for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Glad to be back with another Fresh Review Friday. Been a couple weeks, and as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning into this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and also follow Dad Smoking Cigars on dads_smoking_cigars on Instagram, and be sure to check us out on Facebook. Until then, guys, stay smoky, and I'll see you in the next one.